Hey guys, I'm Mark Gottfried. I got into pickleball in 2019. DUPR wasn't around, of course. 2025, I'm sitting at a 5.55 DUPR rating, I'm not satisfied with that. I've always been trying to get to a 6. We'll get there one day, but my reliability definitely has to go up.
Let's see here. It's sitting at a 39%, and then you got a
What?
4.849 singles with 1 reliability.
Holy shit.
I guess I gotta hit a match with you.
I swear I looked 2 weeks ago, I was at like a 51.
Well,
How fast does this decline?
you don't play enough, do you?
Oh my god.
There you go.
I mean, like I said, I got into pickleball in 2019, cliche like everyone else, fell in love with the sport, got my ass handed to me by, a bunch of 60-year-old jack guys. Those guys have plateaued. They're probably, at the time, they were 4.5s. Now their dupers are probably 3s. Shout out to Ian. I love those guys still. They're still a big part of our pickleball life. And, we talk to them weekly, just shoot shit with them. But I mean, I fell in love with coaching. I started, in coaching in 2021 at Mayfair. Played a couple tournaments in 2020, did well. Started in 4.0. And ever since I started coaching, it kind of helped me understand more of the technical ability and really, put a lot of thought to myself on, how technical this game really is. All the different grips, different shots. It keeps it fun when you think about it like that. And obviously I want to lend my knowledge to, all my students that I've taught in the past. And, on a day-to-day basis, running OPA, we do a lot. I can't say I do one thing. We still consider ourselves a startup, so we're really still coaching, events, running programming for Shout Out Rally at Sherwood Village. I love that place. Great club, great members. And then, of course, OPA Hamilton, our baby that opened in September of 2025. So, working with this guy on a daily basis, just making sure, the place is still running and doors are open. Making fires. Sure you're not sleeping in. But no, it's been amazing so far the last couple of months. And just helping grow OPA and doing some really fun things. And then, obviously the coaching side of things, that inspired me to really improve my game and kind of, the one thing I'd say when you're coaching, it's really hard to kind of focus on yourself sometimes and really, look at your own game. You're always dissecting other people's games. And True. I've really neglected always looking at my own game and really trying to improve my own game. So that's kind of one thing where, you see that you still have potential to grow, but you at the same time, it's when do you have time to work on your own game, right? To kind of pick those battles. And then, so 2021 was drafted in the second round by the Toronto United. I missed the first tournament, and this MVP here took my place.
Let's go.
What did you go in the first tournament? What was it?
Ask?
I think I went and watched that one too.
Listen, I remember I was using a new hot Selkirk. Maybe I touched it for 5 minutes before hopping on the court because I just, love grabbing new paddles and won some cheeky men's doubles games. Mixed, I think I gave the girl 80% of the court. It's fun. Hey, listen.
Oh. Yeah, so this guy filled in first tournament, did a great job. And then I made my big debut in the second tournament, and we were just a freight train from there. Shout out Carolina. We had the best mix record that year. I think we lost maybe, I want to say 3 matches the whole year. And then coming into the finals, we were just on fire and we felt that energy and, we couldn't be stopped. Maybe it was your coaching on the bench. I don't know, but
yeah,
just the energy, the ownership, Shout Out United, first championship ever in the first season. Season 4 is coming around. I hope United can win another one. It's been season 2, season 3. Shout out to United again, runners up in season 3. So I think this year we'll get into more CNPL, but this might be their year to win it all. They're looking pretty strong.
Listen, a couple of our coaches are there in the CNPL, one specifically on United.
Shout out to Rizzo.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. Rizzo, the king of shawarma himself. And
Cedar.
with that, I'm Daniel. I'm Mark's older brother. He's the better pickleball player, but I still, consider myself, I think, number one in Canada. I think there's absolutely undisputed. I don't care from Rizzo to Jonas to Etienne. Let them come at me, right? We're gonna go ahead and we'll see on the pod, right? Or on the court as well. All jokes aside, yeah, I was Mark's, I guess backup in the CNPL. I had the same journey as him, side by side at Mayfair, getting my ass kicked by some old guys for many years. Went down to Florida even with him, got our ass kicked still by old guys that were using the illegal carbon paddle at the time, right? And I thought it was good, but they were just like, these guys are on steroids or something. I'm telling you, like there's something going on with the Florida old guys. They're drinking something in the water. I don't know. But yeah, really, really great. Was lucky enough to follow the passion of pickleball. Start early, I think like 8 years ago, 7.5, 8 years ago, and really build something here that is really from the community up. We do everything from obviously manage facilities to running, our own, to offering a place where you could find the latest products, to running events, you name it. Like, I guess we just can't not do everything because everything's super fun and exciting. A lot of fun things in 2026 we're going to be doing. A lot of crazy plans. I'm really excited to just discuss some really fun, controversial, funny, hilarious topics on this pod that maybe some other people wouldn't. Canada is quiet. We love saying sorry. And this podcast, I don't know if we're going to be saying sorry that much.
It's not called the Sorry Pickleball Podcast.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we work with this guy every day, and we don't even know how you got into pickleball. Tell us how the hell you got into pickleball.
Yeah, I know. I started playing pickleball when I was in Florida with my mom. We were actually playing tennis. I wouldn't call myself a tennis player at all, but we were whacking around a little bit. Can't really serve in tennis. You can see that in my pickleball overhead. But we just were there at the tennis courts, and the pickleball courts were slammed. So we went to Dick's that night, bought some paddles, and then went back the next day, and I think I've played every day since. Or I've been around pickleball in some regard every single day.
Yeah.
So then we just started training, like probably 4 years ago now. Me and my mom were training. We went and played a tournament.
Your mom's a weapon. She's a weapon on the court.
We were playing Chow's outdoor tournament, and it got rained out. So it introduced us to high sports because that's where it moved to. Then we started playing our first tournament, lost 3-0. And then we were kind of pissed off because we lost to an old lady and an old guy in mixed. And then we just started training at high sports and started playing every day. Got a membership out there, started playing. Then I started to work there, and then I've been in pickleball ever since. Almost a year ago now, I started hanging out with these boys here and have been working with them ever since. And then I've moved my whole life to Hamilton now to start our own club out there, and it's been a blast. Meet so many different people in pickleball.
Yeah.
Lots of interesting ones for sure.
You got to take your hat off for the pod and show the pod if you still have your hair.
I still got my
It's been a year, and he still has his full head of hair, so...
No grays.
I mean,
no grays,
maybe it's the people in Hammer that are just making you youthful.
Yeah,
and,
it's a great community we have. That's one thing with our club for sure. It's so many good people.
Mm-hmm.
They're always looking out for you.
Yeah, they're trying to fatten you up, some of them. Shout out Mel.
I had a couple of croissants today.
I remember the other day,
touch.
we're in the office working, and she sneaks in. We're on a call, and she gives us some lemon scones or something. Max is like, "Yeah, I had like 6 of those already today."
One day it's gonna make you feel a little weird. One of those probably. Gotta be careful. She's a secret. But yeah, we're a couple of amigos here. We're gonna talk about some fun things. A lot of talk about Canada, what's happening in the U.S., maybe with Canadian players, right?
Mm-hmm.
With what's happening there with U.S. players as well. 100%, we're going to grab a couple of them, right? They got to show face, right? We're we're expecting this amazing sport that went from what, like, obviously it was made in like the late 60s, but it exploded during COVID. It's going to be the Olympics soon enough. There's a million countries doing this, and having like professionalizing this, professional organizations to represent them. Shout out Pickleball Canada, right? 25 was a big year. 26, right? We got the national championships here in Toronto. Mm-hmm. We're based, right? Home base here.
Maybe we'll start training for that.
We got to know, right? Yeah. I think these two. Are you guys going up down to Florida in April?
I mean, we're registered. Are we going? I don't know. We got to start hitting the ball around first.
Is it a 1 and out tournament?
Yes. If you don't win in qualies, you're done. No backdraw.
I mean, I think we prefer a 1 point and out tournament. The
U.S. Open, big draw. Definitely have to head there at some point. You can also see here we know how how much sponsorship really matters. So we have to take all of our labels off the water bottles just to make sure that no one's taking advantage of us. So maybe your logo will be on here.
I hope so. After our performance at the U.S. Open, I think we got to manifest. We got to really we got to think about it, and the good things will come. Maybe those medals around the neck.
There you go.
But one thing all of us have in common, all three of us, we all played hockey. This guy, what position did you play?
I was goalie, lightning quick hands.
That's why you have no forehand. I get it. Yeah, goalies they have a catcher, but doesn't really come forward.
No, I'm just a blocker guy. Right everywhere, just all backhand.
The shout out director again. His favorite line, the Marty Brodeur. Good old blocker save, right? You actually have some pretty good defense, so.
Yeah.
Do you play ping pong?
No ping pong.
Just hockey?
Yeah, hockey, lacrosse.
Lacrosse, oh, okay, that's
what it is. Hand-eye stuff there. Wasn't the quickest. You can see that on the court, too.
Yeah. That's why you hit people. Your own teammates. Take them out.
Yeah, that's probably goes into my singles DUPR.
Listen,
quite low.
Listen, when I started playing pickleball, because I had such a Western grip in tennis, I literally couldn't hit a forehand, and I still don't. It's all this, right? Shout out to everyone seeing this and seeing my Achilles heel, right? The inside-out backhand. I got to start doing a little bit more of this.
The day you bend your knees, maybe you could do a scorpion.
Yeah, I sometimes look at myself and I see in some videos just a pencil standing there. Nice and tall.
It's hard to watch yourself sometimes on video, It's tough. You're like, what am I doing, right? What the hell am I doing? I'm standing like a pencil. I'm not bending at all. Then okay, you say, I'm going to start bending. So I've been working on my flamenco pose recently. It's been working, been trying to be more aggressive, just add some new tricks to my game because I feel like I'm still in 2020, right? You got to adapt to these 12-year-olds that are beating me now, right?
Speaking of that and performance, I've a lot of players, amateur players, they all ask me, and I hey, how much are these new paddles gonna help me accelerate my game? And honestly, I am leaning towards more, like for like. If you are facing another 3-0 with the same skill as you, then you're hitting a Gen 3 paddle and they're hitting an Amazon paddle, you're gonna have a bigger advantage in my opinion. I think that these paddles and these paddle companies have hit, the mark every year of just coming out with something crazy, and I don't know where it's going to end.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you have to know how to impart spin on the ball. You're using a $400 paddle and you don't know how to top spin. What are you going to get out of it?
Yeah, exactly.
Style and swag. That's what matters, right? So yeah, we've been testing a ton of paddles, right, recently. I can't keep one in my hand for more than 5 minutes. They all seem to be, somewhat the same with minute differences, but it seems everything is leading towards sort of a standard almost, right? And I also see something really unique. My bet in 26, 27 is that, obviously Asia, we've all heard of it just being massive now in pickleball and just growing way quicker than anything anyone's ever seen before. And we see all these paddle brands coming out of there and then making their way to North America, bringing the price down, right, of some of these really high quality paddles as well. So I think that we might see with this new competition just more innovation, maybe better pricing as well as the years come, along with all the facilities in Canada, right? So
I think Max, you can attest to this, but I think this is one of the first years that I've actually paid attention to transfers and all these players transferring to all these different brands, and like it was pretty big on like scrolling through Instagram, like, oh, where's this player gonna go?
Yeah.
Where's it? And there's still some players that are like free agents, and we don't know where they're going yet. But it's like now it's like the Wild West. There's so many players. Like obviously, what are they getting paid? Like who's paying them? And like, can these paddles survive in the long run? All these brands.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like last year, Yola had so many players, and they probably didn't even have contracts, most of them. All these people were just going to buy these paddles out of their pocket to use them because they were such great paddles. But now this year, it feels like there's so many companies that are actually forking out money for people. Like all these smaller names that didn't have players last year. Like Luz is one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
They had nobody, and now they have like 5 or 6 players. So
yeah,
kind of crazy.
Where did Quang Dong go? He was at Saipic. Now he's at Wicca. Yeah, Wicca. So like again, like
our director knows everything. Listen, he has the inside scoop.
Yeah, if you haven't, let's plug our director. What are you doing out here?
Yeah. Okay, director behind the camera. You're not able to see him because he might break the camera. But we got Riley, aka Riley's Reviews. You might see him online, testing everything and anything that he can get his hands on, putting it through the ringer, weighting it properly, coming out with a really cool product as well.
Okay, we'll have him on the pod doing his own introduction.
Yeah, he'll be on the pod.
Let him introduce himself, okay?
Yeah. Don't soon enough. Gotta shout him out. There we go.
He's working on some new cool products as well, right?
Yeah.
He can attest to that and speak for it, but the guy, I don't know what he doesn't do, right?
Yeah.
Like he's filming, he's making products, he's coaching. Yeah. Holy crap.
Kind of crazy. But yeah, we're gonna look at what's going on in the amateur scene as well. I think that's pretty cool, right? The CNPL is one thing. There's only, 36 players that got drafted there? What about that 37th player, right? What about the rest, right? The ones that are like, that are obvious, like, people that should have been on, on a team and aren't, and are probably going to be grinding those gold medals and making everyone laugh, being like, hey, maybe we messed up here, right? But yeah, we're going to, like, these tournaments across, obviously Ontario has a ton of tournaments, Quebec, we got out west as well. Let's talk about what's going down this year as well.
Yeah, right? I mean, obviously, like we mentioned, you're going to see us at the U.S. Open, I think, like, when we register and we get into something, like, we have to go.
Yeah.
Win or lose, I always said, like, I haven't played a U.S. tournament since last U.S. tournament I played. I went with Darren Wang. Shout out Darren. He's now drafted to the new Grand River Rapids of the CNPL. So you'll see him playing a little right side action. I know his game too well, though. He can't beat me. But yeah, last tournament we went to was PPA Orlando Hertz Open 2022, I want to say. Maybe, 2022? I think so. I remember that tournament, there were no pro qualies. So Darren and I were playing in the 5-0 division, 29 teams, really deep division. We secured a bronze. So at the time, we were like pretty hyped. Like we went down to Orlando, cost a pretty penny. We have to pay flights, hotel. Like we just wanted to experience going to the States. And then watching these pros play, I'm like, holy shit. Like I just came third in 5-0. Like I got a long way to go. Like these guys were insane. Like there's no chance I'm playing pro unless I'm grinding every day.
I'm going to look here what my last tournament on DUPR was. Let's see, because it's been a while. Let's see here. You know what? Before that, remember the U.S. tournament in Sundial?
Oh, my God, yeah. That Sundial, I remember.
Single
crazy
dial?
Story. Remember that guy we beat? He chucked his paddle?
The Frenchie threw his paddle outside, like, above the fence into the crocodile territory, and I had to go get it, and I thought he died, and that was crazy. There's some hot, but it was crazy. We faced, I think, Dominic Jump.
Yeah, I remember.
Pro PGA player, pickleball, like, what can he do? And then here, last tournament was, 2024, the Greystone Open.
Oh, wow.
Right, with you and I, where we got gold finally. Right? I remember we faced Jonas and Sam in the finals, and I still had COVID, I'm pretty sure. I was sweating, and I couldn't see straight.
I must have been covering 80% of the court.
Yeah, I don't think I can be Jonas right now, even though I'm number one in Canada, right? But yeah, that was back in the day. That was a crazy tournament.
We have some crazy tournament stories. I remember. So going back to PPA Orlando, we're playing the bronze medal match to go to gold, and I'm playing like absolute trash. I remember I made Darren look like this guy was going. Darren was going to get signed by PPA the way I was playing at the time. And I remember actually, like, we were watching, and Jessie Irvine's watching our match, and she's in the corner. She's like, wow, this kid's pretty good. How old is he? Like Darren was on fire in Orlando. He carried my ass. But, I mean, at the time, I think the guys we lost to in the bronze, I'm sure now, like, I think one of the guys is, like, he's playing APP pros, like, obviously they've come a long way, and like there's so many pathways you can go. So I think like maybe we'll play an APP too. Just I want to experience getting my ass handed to me, and I think just like 5-0. Okay, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna win the tournament, but I feel like we can control the points, and I rather just feel the pace and feel how fast the game is, and feel that and pay for that rather than just going to 5-0.
Yeah, I mean those tournaments cost a lot. But I played a few APPs and PPAs last year, and qualifiers. Most of those were in Florida, so a lot of the Florida talent's really high, and it's just so fast. Like even their dinks are so fast. There's so much pressure all the time. And then we played U.S. Open. Me and Eric Belahoff. Little shout out to him. Just had a little baby girl. But we played 5-0 last year at U.S. Open, and you can control a lot more there. But just jumping into the pro qualities, it's so much faster.
Is 5-0 just for 5-0s that think that they have no confidence?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was us last year. Yeah.
And once you win, you go pro, and those are people who have way too much confidence. Just get your ass handed to you.
I guess so, yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, like I think I don't know how the draws work, but I think it's just like luck of the draw for U.S. Open mainly qualities. Like you can play like a 6-0 first round, or you can get lucky and play like I don't know 5-5, right? I think it's just luck of the draw.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure they're using DUPR for that. So they take your combined DUPR, and then if you're high enough to make main, you go straight to main. Yeah. If it's low enough, then you're in qualies.
True.
So,
you know, one thing that's really been on my mind recently,
what?
Like so. Last year, I don't know, at U.S. Open, were they testing paddles for pro events?
I'm not sure. I would assume so.
I think so. I want to say I know obviously APP and PPA that's a given, but I'm really curious if they're ever going to institute testing paddles in the CNPL. Like, what do you think? Is that
I do know they will. They are.
Okay, really?
Testing, yeah. Shout out to the commish in CNPL. I think they will be.
I mean, they have to be at this point to really, like, if they want to say it's a professional league, like, especially season 4 coming along, like, I saw this year they were even testing paddles at an amateur tournament. Every single amateur player, it was like a 700 player tournament. They had these machines there. Obviously, they weren't
those crazy expensive, those machines.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, maybe they have some like smaller scale one. I think it was only like this big, but maybe they're doing basic testing, not as like, deep as the pro scene. But I mean, you got to do some sort of testing like nowadays. Like a lot of people we play against and play with, they don't even know their paddle's core crushed.
Or they're using a Timu paddle and they come in and just your ears explode because it hits so hard.
Yeah,
it hurts someone, right? So yeah, I think that's a big thing. It just keeps an even playing field. Like back to my point where like paddles are just a big deal. Like they could really make or break, right? With pace, spin, the deflection rate, all this sort of stuff, all the nerdy talk. Gotta make sure the player is what's you're beating, not trying to defend against some crazy paddle that you don't have access to, right?
Maybe, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, like, I've been using a lot of paddles this year. Like, obviously, we tinker around and use a bunch. Like, obviously, I'm loving still, like, Gen 3, 16 millimeters are giving me the most feel. But I find I'm not getting the most power with it. It's not like I need the power, but my favorite paddle of all time was that 002 Selkirk, and it just, like, still, like, I love that feeling, that, like, hollow pop. I don't know. I'm just loving the boomstick, but still switching to that RPM eventually.
Yeah. The 02 was, like, I think it changed the game. I think it was, like, the hardest hitting paddle, like, at the time, like, ever. And I think that didn't have any grit, right? It
Mhm.
wear it off super quick, but it was pretty wild. But yeah, we'll get really deep into that, like on different podcasts, maybe like specific paddle companies or like, like for like, and we will, see what makes sense. Maybe some new ones coming out, right, this year. Some
Mhm.
big launches, right? Can't talk about them, but we're obviously being retailers or, partners with some of these brands. We know what's coming.
Mhm.
And it's going to be wild this year, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Cutthroat.
Daniel, you can speak to this. I mean, like as we got into pickleball in like 2019, right, playing in like a non-regulation sized vinyl floor, looking now in 2026. I mean, like how far have we come, and like where can we still go in Canada? Like looking at Canada as a whole.
Yeah.
I know like Ontario right now is wild. I was speaking to someone yesterday in like Nova Scotia. I think they're still a little bit behind, like lagging. But I mean, like just Canada as a whole, like where can we go from here?
I think because facilities took off like crazy in 25, coast to coast, we're going to see a 2 year, probably take 2 years to catch up to where, I think with the new, catch up with the new infrastructure. We're going to see massive growth in new players. We're going to see being able to like have hubs for like, these youngins that are going to come out of nowhere. Like Max, you told me the US Open, what, last year? Or year before?
12-year-old last
Yeah.
year.
He's,
Did he win?
I won in the main draw, and then in the back draw they beat us. And
Yeah.
It was like crazy.
Yeah,
They're
these
just
kids-
so good.
These kids are going to come out like pickle only. Like it's not coming from a different sport. It's like, this is
Yeah.
all I do. And they're like,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I think these kids are going to come out of nowhere.
In Canada.
Yeah, the next Annalie Waters is going to come out of nowhere, like probably from Quebec, and they're going to just take over. And I think Canada we got to build it here. We got to field a serious team because I don't want our Olympic team to let us down.
Yeah,
Right?
like obviously
Who's in the US right now that'll be on the Olympic team right now?
in Canadian?
Yeah, tell me right now, right tomorrow. We got Captain Catherine Parenteau, right?
That's a given.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, who? Who
I
else?
mean, females, you have Catherine.
Yeah.
I mean, like top ranking Canadian females on my mind.
Shout out Hannah Blatt.
Hannah Blatt,
There we go. Yeah.
the Walker sisters,
Yeah.
Victoria DeMuzio,
Yeah. Everyone here could drive beforehand harder
the
than me.
Bowie sisters. I mean,
Yeah.
but like obviously Catherine is at the top. From there, I mean, what kind of men? What Canadian men?
Yeah, I don't
Would
know.
you say would make it?
It would be a field day, like a free for all here. I think there's going to be a lot of upsets of
Yeah.
who you're picking. Like I have no idea. It could be anyone.
Obviously, Etienne's been grinding his ass off in the States. Like,
Yeah.
shout out to Etienne. He's been playing. I always see his post looking for men's partner for this challenger. Every tournament he's looking.
I
for
want to say
partners.
I want to be his partner. And like I don't know. It's just,
But you said you were number one. How
Yeah.
can you partner with the
Yeah.
number? How can the two number ones partner together?
listen, I'm the number one B player. He'll be the number one A player, right? The king of Ernie's. Crazy.
I mean, yeah, he's so athletic.
But I gotta work out to be able to match his style with like the cutoff, right? Like
sleeve monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta make sure.
Serious cutoff.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Like that's the thing. Like kind of. So to your point, we need to develop players at that level to not only compete in like back Canada, but also like inspire right some of the younger players or newer players to be like, oh, like look, we have a figure that's Canadian that we could like aspire to sort of become. That maybe train out of my facility or region in Canada. We don't have any of that right now because all the old like the OG players that are like been pro for a while have never touched foot in Canada yet. Maybe will be the reason why they come, right?
But let me ask you, if you have this like 12-year-old prodigy that like is in Canada and they get amazing and they're winning gold medals on, APAs, shout out APA, circuit, and they get drafted to CNPL, like eventually they're just going to go to the States because the only way for them to get better is play the best.
Yeah.
So like how can we keep homegrown talent here and kind of have some sort of, system that keeps them in Canada and they can grow from here? Like I don't see that happening because eventually colleges are going to have a pickleball program. They're going to get like full rides. Like that's where this trajectory is going here, right?
You already see it now, right? There's people leaving here so early.
Yeah.
Just because there's not enough talent.
Yeah. So we'll see where it goes. Maybe 2 years from now, it'll be a different story. I hope so, with all the infrastructure we're throwing in and the commitment and interest now. Look, we're a couple of years behind the U.S. and don't have as many people as Asia or interest. Like, they're huge racket and paddle sport enthusiasts always, right? And they're always top when it comes to Olympics. They're like right there. But hopefully we'll be able to do that. I know in tennis, obviously, look, we've had some heavy hitters come out of Canada in tennis, right? I think we have like, pickleball is now a serious sport that people are taking seriously. It's not just a sport for quote unquote old people, even though these same old people kick our ass, right? Half the time. But now we're in the conversation, the sport's in the conversation, the data's there, the investment's there, the players are now there, the equipment's there. So let's have the same conversation next year. Let's field it for now, see where it goes.
Yeah, I mean, Max, didn't you spend some time in Florida training?
Yeah, I spent some time in Florida. It was honestly the best time.
Which part of Florida?
Fort Myers area. I mean, you're in the heat every single day. Just play pickleball, go home, rest, go play pickleball.
Is the food
It
good
was
there?
the best.
Some nice food?
I was a lot of home cooking.
We're talking
A lot of
pickleball. Why always this? That's why this guy is former number one. You're not number one anymore. All he cares about is how's the food. We're talking pickleball
Fuel.
here. Like, come on.
Fuel. You gotta have the fuel.
Oh my god.
Gotta have the fuel.
Big Chick-fil-A.
Listen.
Breakfast one.
Yeah.
Real good.
Well, that will keep you, that's going to keep you slow on the court if you keep munching like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got to
You
sedate
can see that now.
Well, we'll have an episode just on, how we can, like, build this superpower in Canada, and Canadian only exclusive episode of keeping our talent homegrown and having this, like, one mecca facility, kind of like that replay in Florida where, like, all these players can train together and grow together and try and keep our talent, homegrown. So
I would like to think we're helping in some regard. Like, we have a youth program in Mississauga and also Hamilton. Had some good players in the Mississauga one. A few of them went and played the World Cup last year.
Yeah.
The family, the kebab,
Cocabs.
Yeah.
I had the pleasure of training them a lot. A lot of fun. They just always have so much fun on the court.
Yeah.
It never feels like work or drilling.
They're crazy at pickleball, those kids.
Yeah, they love it.
With no racket sport background, just professional skiers. But yeah, I think that there's a lot of fun to be had on this pod. We're going to talk about some really, amazing topics. I think everyone, like, topics that people have been dying to hear about, throw our opinions out there. We're going to probably get some backlash or some agreements, disagreements. We'll see. Some big sponsors, of course, right? This water bottle needs some filling, right? It needs a nice little label here. And yeah, we're going to have a ton of fun. So I think, Max, Mark, and I sign off for now. First episode of the pod complete. Can't wait to see you both here on this couch next week to talk about some other crazy stuff. Let's go.
Stay tuned for some special guests. I'm excited. Fucking go.
Let's go.
New paddles, bags, products.
Yeah.
Bring it all out.
Unreal. Okay. Sign off for now. OPA out.